Hey guys, so I just woke up and I need to get ready for work, but first things first, I need some serious coffee. So let's get into it. Alright, so I've had my coffee and I put my clothes on and now we're ready to get some makeup on. So, and I'll show you guys my outfit at the end, but I've been debating to do these kind of videos and like vlog videos for a while now, just because I didn't want to take away from my main priority of the channel and just me doing this in general, which is talking about my love for God. But at the same time, I know that it's so important that you guys get to know the person a little bit better that's speaking to you. And so I was like, this is kind of a fun way for you guys to get to know me. These are things I like. This is things I enjoy talking about. And so hopefully this helps you get to know me a little bit better. And I already showed you guys some of the products I'm using. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with primer, which I'll be honest, I don't use primer religiously. Probably should use it more. I don't. But I recently got, I'll show you guys the packet. I kept it just for you. So I've had this Becca primer for, I think I got this last Christmas as well, and I absolutely loved it. It's so amazing. It smells good. It's very fresh. It makes your skin feel like, it's kind of like it's like sticky at first, but not. And then I don't know how to explain it. But it's really amazing. And so I found this packet at Ulta during Black Friday, and this thing was like $15, I think. And it came with two different primers. One is Brighten and one is for Glow. And then this was like a, let me see. It says Awake. So it's like a under your eye kind of brightener thing. So it's really good. And so I haven't actually tried this one yet, so we're gonna try this one today. This is the one for brightening. So let's see. You can tell it's brand new. I'm opening it with you guys. Yes. The foundation that I use is this one from Tarte. I love this foundation. It's the best. I have combination skin, and so this foundation doesn't make me oily at all. I can wear it all day and it usually pretty much looks the same after. And it's Amazonian clay, so it's known to be very like healthy, clean ingredients, and it's never made me break out, so that's very important to me. concealer I use is also Tarte. It is the Tarte Clay Stick, and it's waterproof concealer. Love this stuff. It's amazing. It blends really easy. It's so easy to put on. So it just looks like that. So that's usually it for foundation part. My favorite step of all is bronzer and mascara, and I use the Marc Jacobs it's like a mirror, oh my goodness, the Marc Jacobs bronzer, and it opens up. It's kind of dirty, so, but this is the one I use. It's so good, and it's lasted me forever. I think I got this like two Christmases ago. That's how long I've had it, and it's still barely gone. So I love it. So next we're gonna do our eyeshadow, and I use many different eyeshadow palettes, but today we're gonna use the Lorac one, and this is Lorac Unzipped. It's really good, and it has many different colors. One of them fell out, as you can see, and it's really dirty. I'm sorry, but I tend to like the more neutral, like brown colors. They tend to bring out my eye color out really well, so that is what we're gonna use. And I'm gonna use the color Unspoken. Makeup always has really weird names, in my opinion. So, okay, that's that. Then we're gonna do our eyebrows. I don't really do much with my eyebrows. I literally just brush them with this little thing. This is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. So I just take this little spoolie brush and I go like this. And I kind of just put them in place there because they are crazy. Oh, I didn't use this. I didn't try it. Okay, let's try it. This is the Becca eye brightener thing. So it looks like that. Can you see it? Let's try it. Okay, it's very gooey. And the last two things we have to do is mascara. So I love this thing. This is from Lancome, and it's called, I'm gonna mispronounce this bad, Sills Booster XL. So basically it's like this little serum thing that I put on before I put on my mascara, and it like extends my eyelashes and makes them look much more full before I even put this on, and it's great. I've repurchased this item multiple times because that's how much I love it. So we have the extender on. That's what I'm gonna call it. And the mascara that I use is the Buxom, and I actually use multiple different mascaras, but this one has been working really well lately. And this one has like a little brush so you can like shorten it or expand it and like make it shorter. I don't know if you can see it getting shorter, but I keep it nice and long. That way it makes my lashes nice and full. Okay, you can see kind of the difference on that. So now we are done. Let's put some earrings on. I don't know which ones am I gonna wear. Can either wear my hoops or these. These are cute. I think I'm gonna wear these. Or I could wear these. These are so in now, and I got a pair of like big gold ones, and I also got these like little small ones, but every time I put these even close, like I feel like I look like a pirate. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm gonna do these. I actually got these at the Dallas Farmers Market, and they were really cute, so I was like, I'm gonna get those. Can get it in. They go in so weird. It's kind of gross. All right. Let me pull that out. All done. Show you guys my outfit. Hopefully you can see it okay because the lighting's a little bit weird in here. But Fridays are the only day that we're allowed to wear jeans to work, so I am wearing jeans today. Normally I don't wear jeans, but so I have my Paige jeans on today, and my I don't even know what brand these boots are, but I got them at Nordstrom. And this jacket is from J. Crew. This top I just got in New York, actually, from Express. And my office is a little bit cold, so I'm actually gonna go and put a scarf on real quick. Okay, so now I got my scarf on, and this is actually also from Express. I got this in New York as well, and I love it. My mom actually found it, and so she was like, you need to get this. So I got that. I told you guys these, oh, my earring just flipped. I told you guys these are from the Dallas Farmers Market. So if you live in the Dallas area, you should go. They always have a really cute jewelry. And so this is my outfit for my work day. And this is also my mom's bag, but she lets me use it because I love it so much. So I usually wear this to work as well. So I left a few minutes before I left for work just so I can sit and chat with you guys for a little bit. This is something that I myself have struggle with, and especially when I was young. And if you know me personally, you might know this about me. And if not, I want to share with you guys another part of my testimony today because it has to do with confidence. And when I was born, I actually was born with a little mole right next to my nose. And when I was young, like first, second grade, you don't really pick up on those kind of things. Like little kids are friends with everybody, they pick their nose and they're still friends with them. Like little kids are just little kids, you're unaware of those things, and everybody kind of is just the same when you're really young because you don't know any better. And I wish we were like that when we were older too. Maybe not the picking the nose part, but you know. So as I got older, I started becoming very aware of, you know, that there was something on my face, and I started becoming very aware that other people are also noticing and realizing that there was something on my face. So this took a huge toll on my self-confidence, on my self-esteem. I had so much trouble, like I didn't want to meet new people because I really thought, you know, all they're gonna see is this thing on my face. Like they're not gonna ever really see Olivia. And I had this idea that even if I became the best at everything and I was still really cute or popular, whatever, like all these things still wouldn't matter. You know, all they would see was that. And so, which is so not true. That's so not true. But when you're young, those things are already so hard, and so for me to have something like that on top of all of it just made it so much worse. So I had all these horrible thoughts about myself. I thought so low of myself, and so it came to the point where I was getting ready to go to high school. And so at this point I was shifting schools to a whole new school, and all the middle schools were kind of merging to this high school. And so I was so fed up. I was like, I am not going to a new school feeling like this. I'm not going to a new school looking like this. Like, I want to feel good about myself. I want to feel confident about myself. And I was so nervous to tell my parents about like how I felt and that I wanted it removed, and that I was feeling so insecure, because that's kind of embarrassing. Like, you don't, as a kid, especially as a girl, like, you don't want to tell your parents that you're feeling that way, even though they know, they've been through life themselves. But so anyways, I literally wrote my mom and my dad like a 2-page paper of how I felt and how I wanted them to, or that I wanted it removed. And from a young age, I have always been a big dreamer. I've been a big visionary, and I've always had huge dreams even since I was young. I loved dreaming big, and so I had all these things that I wanted to do in my life. And even in middle school, one of the things I desired so much was to be on the worship team, and I was so insecure in myself. I was so insecure of how I looked, about how I felt, and the way I felt about myself, that I couldn't even get myself to try out. And I remember writing in the letter to my parents saying like, I promise I'll try out for the worship team, because they always try to get me to sing. And I said, I promise I'll try out for the worship team if I can get this mole removed. And that first off just shows you the mindset I had of, you know, I was putting all these dreams, all these desires I had on hold, just because of my lack of confidence and just the way I thought other people were viewing me. Like, I literally put my dreams on hold, which is so sad, that I was actually able to do that just from something that was so small and probably not even really that real. It felt more real than it probably really was, all the feelings that I had about myself. And so, long story short, the way I got the mole removed is a whole testimony within itself, and I won't go into depth on that, but basically a lot of doctors told me, like, you know, if you get it removed, it's probably going to leave a bigger scar than the actual like mole, and it'll probably not look as pretty as you're expecting, and it might be better if you just keep the mole. And basically there was like no options for me, and so I was just like devastated, because I was like, I'm literally stuck like this. And long story short, God allowed us to meet or become in contact with one of the top surgeons in Dallas, and so I was able to get it removed, and you literally can't even see it, barely. So it was amazing. So anyways, that being said, I got it removed, and I really thought, you know, oh my goodness, this is it. Like, I'm gonna feel confident, I'm gonna be happy with myself, I'm gonna feel beautiful, I'm gonna feel confident making new friends, meeting new people, and feel confident to do the things that I want to do, the things that I've been desiring to do. I never tried out for the worship team. I went to school, and it was a total not at all what I expected. I was still insecure. I was still not fully confident in myself, and totally not at all what I was expecting to feel like after I got that removed. And so from a very young age, I learned that it didn't matter what I did to my outside. It didn't matter what I made my appearance look like. It didn't matter how much makeup I wore. It didn't matter how many, like, the clothes I had. It didn't matter how many friends I had. Those things were not gonna fix what was happening and what I was feeling on the inside. It wasn't gonna fix the insecurity I was feeling on the inside. And I started realizing the more we try to put confidence, the more we try to find confidence within ourselves, the more and more we're going to come up dry. And I think the less confident we're going to feel in ourselves, because we as humans, you know, we're imperfect, and we're not stable, we're unstable, and we're not perfect. And so I learned the only place that I was going to be able to find true confidence in myself was if I wasn't putting confidence in my own strength, but in God's strength. And when we put our confidence in God, you know, that is the best place to put our confidence, because God is stable, he is consistent, and he is everlasting. His strength will never fleet away. His strength will never be inconsistent. His strength will never grow weary. It is constant, it is steady, it is stable, and it's everlasting. And when I learned that I was able to put my confidence in him, I became so much more confident in myself and who I was, because I realized that I was a child of the Most High King. And the thing about putting our confidence in something higher and something stable and something constant and consistent, our heart is placed in a posture that says, not in my own strength, Father, but in yours. And when we align our mindset, when we align our heart posture with him, and to put it in a place that, you know, we understand we're not relying on our own strength, we're not relying on our own capabilities, but that we're relying on a heavenly Father, on someone who is so good, who's all powerful, who's so loving, and who's so for you. You know, we have nothing to fear. Man cannot do anything to you, because you belong to the all powerful mighty God. And I think we spend so much time worrying, and we spend so many of our hours and so many of our days worrying about what people think about us, worrying about how many people like us, all these different things. And it's such a waste of our time, because even these things are fleeting. You know, people's opinions aren't going to last forever. People's assumptions aren't going to last forever. Our beauty isn't going to last forever. Our money is not going to last forever. If we try to put our confidence in these things, we're going to fall short over and over and over again and feel less and less confident in ourselves. Life is so much more fun when we forget about what other people think, and when we can just fully run after what God has in store for you. And when you put your confidence in him, he is going to make a way. And our confidence in ourselves is so much more stable when we put it in him, because like I said before, he is stable, he is constant, he is everlasting. And so when we remind ourselves, this is something I still have to work through every single day I wake up. I have to remind myself that I do not operate in my own strength, that I do not operate in my own confidence, but that I operate in his strength, that I operate in his confidence, and that I can look towards the future and be reminded that all these things that we do are for so much more than just ourselves. You know, if we shift our perspective and we think higher, and we remember that, you know, life is not all about us. Actually, it's not about us at all, but it's all about him. It's all about Jesus. And so when we take our eyes off of ourselves, it makes our worries become so much smaller, so much less, and so much less powerful. They carry so much less weight when we take the perspective off of ourselves and we look to Jesus and we put our strength in him. I think this is something we can get better and better at each day. I don't know if it's something we can ever fully conquer, but that this is to use this as another way to rely on Jesus in your everyday, in your every moment. Remind yourself that, you know, we are nothing without him, and that this can be a reminder that we need to rely on him in everything that we do. And he is the greatest person to rely on. He is the greatest person to find our strength and our confidence in. And I love you guys so much, and I care about you so much. I say that all the time. And as nervous as I get to do these videos, as nervous as I get to put myself out there, I can't help but do it because I love people so much, and I really, really want people to know him, and I really want people to find God for themselves and to truly get to know him and find their eternity, find their life, find their identity, find their purpose in him, because he is truly the only thing that will give us life. And I will devote my whole life to doing this, and because I care about it so much, and I'm so in love with him, and I'm so on fire for him. And so I want you guys to know how much I am for you as well. And so while I'm making these videos, this story, this testimony of mine has been a big reminder to myself of, like, you know, it's not about me. It's about my Father, and he will make a way. He gives us the confidence, he gives us the boldness, and we just have to rely on him. You know, when you walk into that new school, or when you walk into that school with those students that you're so fearful of, or that you want to be friends with but you don't feel like they're going to accept you, he's with you. When you're walking into that new job that you're afraid of, that you feel like you might mess up, he's with you. And so we can just trust God, and we can trust that he's going to provide the strength and the confidence that we need in every single day. And so I love you guys a lot. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if it was encouraging to you. And I'm looking forward to talking to you guys next time. I have a Starbucks right by my house, and on my way to work, so it's really dangerous, but I had a few minutes to stop, so I grabbed my favorite, just vanilla coffee with almond milk, and then the spinach feta wrap. So, gonna start my day off right.